Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to talk about the top 5 Google Sheets automation. Now, we all know about Google Sheet. So, it is one of the most commonly used spreadsheet and we have been using this since we were kids, right? So, in this video, let's see how you can integrate Google Sheets with different applications using Pabbly Connect. Now, since we are living in this era of automation, so this is absolutely important. So, here I'm going to share how you can auto post on social media using Google Sheets, send automated appointment reminders on WhatsApp. Now you can create WordPress post with OpenAI responses generated from Google Sheets. So you have the caption here, you have the details here, then automatically with the help of OpenAI, the post will be created and posted on WordPress. Schedule post on Instagram from Google Sheets. So if you want that you directly have to post some post on any social media application. So you have the details in your Google Sheet, you can automatically do that. Get social media analytics and update in Google Sheets daily. Now all these integrations are extremely easy. You just have to have the step-by-step guide, and which is what I'm presenting to you. So without wasting any time, let's begin. In this video, we are going to understand how to auto post on social media via Google Sheets social media calendar. So let's say that you have got a spreadsheet where you have a social media calendar. Now you want that there are certain dates and time mentioned along with the post details like the caption and the links that you want to post on your different social media platforms. So here you are going to start with scheduling your workflow so that it can trigger every day, and it is going to look up the rows of your spreadsheet to fetch for the data, and the moment the date coincides with the current date, then it is going to publish your data on different social media platforms. Now how can you do this? To do this, you will have to integrate these applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here your trigger application will be scheduled by Pabbly, which is a feature by Pabbly, and then your action application is going to be Google Sheets, and then it is going to be all the social media platforms that you want to integrate. Now, how you can do this yourself? Automate and integrate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. In this video, we are going to understand how to auto post social media on various platforms. Now here we have a Google Sheet, which is a social media calendar. Here we have the date, time, captions and images. Now my objective is that every time a new caption with an image link is added here with date and time, then automatically it should be posted as a link on Instagram, on Facebook and on Pinterest. Now how can we do that? To understand that, let's start. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page. Now on the right hand side, we have got two options, sign in and sign up. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks to explore this entire software. Now, since I'm an existing user, I'm simply going to click on sign in. And as I do that, here we have reached all applications page. So these are the various products of Pabbly, and here we are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. So as I do that, here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, we have a tab create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now what is my objective here? To create Google Sheets social media calendar and auto post on social media. So I have got a social media calendar in my Google Sheet, and every time this workflow runs, then automatically the post will be posted on various social media platforms. So let's click on create. And as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens. Action says do this. Basically, action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, I want this particular workflow to run every day to fetch for the data. So here I'm going to choose a feature by Pabbly, which is schedule. Let's click on this. Now, why do I want to schedule this workflow? So that it can run as per my desire. So here we have got different options at regular intervals, once, every day, days of the week or dates of the month. Now this feature has helped me to schedule this workflow every day at a particular time. So let's say the time here is 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and now I'm going to click on save. As I do that, here we have received the response. So you can see it is written how often you want to run your workflow. It is written every day. Now the time that has been mentioned here is 4:30, which is the UTC time, which is 5.5 hours ahead of the Asia Kolkata time. And here the local time has been mentioned. Next is the action application. So before I go ahead, let me show you the social media calendar on the Google Sheet that I have created. So here we have got different fields. One is date, another one is time. Then these are the captions that would be posted on different social media along with these image links. Now here the dates have been mentioned. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to fetch the current date, and that I'm going to do with the help of a feature by Pabbly, which is datetime formatter. Let's click on this, and here the action event would be to fetch the current date. Let's click on connect. As I do that, here it is asking me for the format. Now the format that I have been using here is year, month and date. So here it is year, month and date. Let's click on save and send test request. Now you can see I have received the current date. Once I have received the current date, I'm going to look up for that particular date in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to choose my action step, and here the application will be Google Sheets. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to look up spreadsheet rows. Let's click on this, click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Google Sheets account. Let's click on add new connection, sign in with Google. So here we have to choose the account with which this particular Google Sheet has been connected. So I've done the same, and now it is asking me for the additional access to my Google account. This is absolutely secure, so I'm going to click on continue. And as we do that, here we can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets are now connected. And once it is connected, here we have to fill in this information. First of all, we have to select the name of the spreadsheet. So you can see that the name of the spreadsheet was social media calendar, which has already been taken by the system. And since there was only one sheet, so this has also been captured by the system. Next is the lookup column. So here I'm going to look up for this particular column, the date column. So I'm going to mention A here, and then we have the lookup value. So the value that I'm looking for is this value, the date. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and as I do that, you can see the previous steps. I'll go to step 2 here, and this here is the date mentioned. So this is the lookup value. Next is, do you want to include headers and response? So you can either go for yes or no. I have selected true. Then the sort value. So I want to go from top to bottom or bottom to top. This is what I have to select. So I've selected top. Let's click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we have received the information. So for that particular date, I have received the data. So this here is the date, then we have the time mentioned, here is the caption and the image link. Now once I have received this information, I'm going to choose a feature by Pabbly, which is delay. Let me show you. So I'm going to add another action step here. I'm going to look for delay. So this is going to delay my workflow till the next date. So I'm going to here choose delay until, and now here I'm going to choose the delay date. Now to enter the date, we have been given a format, which is, this is the date and this here is the time. So I'm going to click on this. First of all, I'm going to go to step 3, and this here is the date. Then let's give a space, go to step 3 once again, and this here is the time. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and mapping is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written this date and time value here manually, so even when my workflow was running for the nth time with some new information, it would have taken the same data and not the new data. So to avoid that, we map the values. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. You can see that my workflow has been successfully delayed until this particular date and time. So what is going to happen is this workflow is going to look for the date and time, and the moment it coincides with the date and time, the workflow is going to run. And then again when it runs, it is going to look for the next value. Now my workflow is scheduled to run every day. But let's say that there is no media to be posted on 19th. So in that particular case, I'll have to put a filter that if it doesn't coincide, then the workflow should not continue. So here I'm going to choose my action step, and here I'm going to look for filter, which is another feature by Pabbly. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the label, go to step 3, and here we have the date. So I'm going to look for this date, and here the filter type is exists. So if this date exists, then only this workflow should run, otherwise the workflow should stop then and there. As I click on save and send test request, here we can see that the condition is true and the status is shown as a success. Why? Because this particular value does exist. And now when it exists, I can continue with my workflow. So first I'm going to post this particular media on Instagram. So here I'm going to choose my action application as Instagram for business, and the action event here would be to publish photo. So here I'm going to auto post a social media post. Let's click on connect. And here you can see that Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with Instagram for business account. Let's click on add new connection, connect with Instagram for business. I have already logged into my Instagram for business account. So you can see that the authorization has been successful. So it has already taken the name of the account. So this is my Instagram account. This here is the profile. So it has already taken the Instagram account to use. Now I'm going to map the photo URL. To do that, let's click on this, go to step 3, and this here is the URL. The next thing is the caption. So again, let's go to step 3, and this here is the caption. Let's click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received a positive response, according to which this particular post now must be posted on Instagram. Let's go and check the same. So this is my Instagram account. Let's quickly refresh this. And here you can see that this particular post has been posted. Let me show you. So yes, here we have the caption and then we have the image. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to add another action step, and this time I'm going to post this particular post on Facebook. So let's go to Facebook pages, and action event here would be to create page photo post. Let's click on connect. So here you can see that Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with Facebook pages account. Again, I've logged into my Facebook account. So I'm going to select add new connection, connect with Facebook pages. Here it is asking me for the account. Let's continue as the previous account. And you can see that the authorization has been successful. Now here, first of all, we have to select a page. So this is my Facebook account, and you can see that I've got these 3 pages. So I want this particular post to be posted on Pabbly page. Now we have to mention the photo URL. So I'm again going to go to step 3, and this here is the photo URL. Then we have the description. So let's go to step 3, and this here is the caption. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received a positive response. Let's go and check our Facebook. So we went to Pabbly, and here let's see if we have received. Yes, we have received the same post, and here is the caption. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another example, and this time I'm going to integrate another application, which is Pinterest. Let's click on this, and the action event here would be to create pin. Let's click on connect. So here again, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Pinterest account. Let's click on add new connection, connect with Pinterest. I have already logged into my Pinterest account. Let's provide the access, and here we can see that Pabbly Connect is connected with Pinterest. Now here we have to enter the name of the board section ID, image URL, etc. To understand this, let me take you to my Pinterest account. So this is my Pinterest account, and let me take you to my profile, and here we have got these boards. Let's say that I want this particular post to be posted on Avenger. So I'm going to go here and have selected Avenger here. Now the board section ID, this is not a required step, so I'm just going to leave this blank. Let's enter the image URL once again. Go to step 3. This is the URL. The title here is this, the caption. Now even for the description, I can add the same thing, and here I have added the caption once again. Let's click on save and send test request, and as I do that, again we have received a positive response. Let's go to Pinterest to check if this particular post has been posted. So let's go to Avenger, and yes, here you can see that this post has been posted. Similarly, you can integrate different social media platforms, even social messaging applications like Discord, Slack, etc. So I hope this is absolutely clear to you. Let's quickly understand what we have done. So here we have created a Google Sheet social media calendar and auto-posted on social media. How? First of all, we have scheduled our workflow to work every day at a particular time. And then our action application, the first action application was a feature by Pabbly, which is date time formatter, where we had to fetch the current date. Our next action application was Google Sheets, where the event was to look up spreadsheet rows for the date mentioned. Once that was done, we have chosen another feature by Pabbly, which is delay, so that we can delay our workflow till the next date and time. Once this is done, we have put a filter so that our workflow can continue only when the values exist. And once this is done, then we have posted the information on different social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook pages, Pinterest. I hope that this particular workflow is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, the link of this workflow is there in the description box. You can go and check out the same. You can even clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
In this video, I will show you how you can automatically send the appointment reminders on WhatsApp using Interakt application. Well, Interakt is an amazing application for sending the WhatsApp messages because it has the access of official WhatsApp Cloud API. And in this video, I am going to teach you that how you can start sending the WhatsApp messages to your customers, to your clients, or to your leads using Interakt. Okay, so in this case I have the customers data, basically all the appointment booking details into the spreadsheet. Basically, as soon as I will receive a new appointment, I'm going to note down that appointment details into the spreadsheet, and as soon as I will do that, you will see how an appointment reminder will be scheduled automatically for this particular person and when the date of that appointment will arrive. Before the one day of that appointment, a WhatsApp message will get sent automatically via Interakt application. Okay, and to automate this process, I'll have to first build a connection in between Google Sheets and Interakt application, and in order to connect these two, I'm going to use this Pabbly Connect. It is an integration and automation software via which I'm going to integrate these two applications, and here you can see I am already logged in this software. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button. Okay, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, the very first thing you'll have to do is to click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'm going to provide the name something like automatically send WhatsApp message, or you can say appointment reminder, automatically send appointment reminders on WhatsApp. Okay, so I am providing this particular name. You can provide any random name. Now click on create, and then you will notice two boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email to customer via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. And here, according to our use case, whenever any new appointment is received into this Google Sheets application, then automatically send the reminder via Interakt application. Okay, so this is how you need to select the application in this trigger and the action window. Now I am going to connect to Google Sheets with the Pabbly Connect first, and then I am going to connect Pabbly Connect with the Interakt application. Okay, so this is how this automation will take place. Okay, so firstly choose a trigger event, that is new or updated spreadsheet row, and as soon as you are going to do that, you will see a webhook URL will be provided. Okay, and along with this URL you will also receive few set of instructions. Okay, so you will have to carefully read this instruction and follow these instructions. Okay, so I'm going to copy this webhook URL first, and then I'm going to open the spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, click on extension, click on Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. I'm sorry for that. Before that, firstly you will have to select this add-on option and click on get add-on option, and here you will have to search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Alright, so I am searching for this Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on, and here you can see this add-on is already installed into my spreadsheet. So if you are building this connection for the first time, the very first thing you'll have to do is to install this add-on, and once this add-on is installed, you will notice that again when you click on this extension, you will find your Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on here. Okay, but before I open this add-on, firstly I'm going to add some dummy appointment details here, and then I am going to do the setup. Okay, so assume that the name of the person is demo patient who has actually booked an appointment with us. The date of the appointment is actually 2nd of May, so that is why I will be adding the date as 2nd of May 0205 and /2023. After that I will add the timing. So assume that the person has scheduled the appointment for 9 AM. Okay, so here I will add 09:00 and 00. Okay, so I have provided the date and the timing and asking for the email address. So here I will add some dummy email address, that is admin@pabblytuts.com, and lastly I will add the WhatsApp number of the person. Make sure that you always collect the WhatsApp number of the person from the appointees so that you can send the message, you can send the reminders on their WhatsApp. Alright, so I will be adding the number in this way, and currently in front of you I will add a dummy phone number, but don't worry, I will replace this number with a genuine one when I am about to send the final WhatsApp message. Okay, so I have provided all the details. Now I will click on this extension, and then I am going to open my add-on. And here exactly I need to paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so I have copied the same, let me paste it, and it is asking for the trigger column. So firstly read the instruction. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So basically it is asking to provide a column name on the filling of which this automation should trigger, or you can say the data should get sent to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so in this case, whenever I am going to fill one row, my data will be filled up to E column, and as soon as the column is filled, this E column is filled, this automation should trigger. So that is why I have specified E here as the trigger column, and here you can see as soon as I have clicked on the send test button, the data has been sent successfully. Now I am going to submit, and here the setup is configured successfully. Clicking on close, and when I will come back to my Pabbly Connect dashboard, you will notice that the response is already received into Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, so if I will show you the details one by one, here we have the trigger column, here we have the same spreadsheet name, and here we have other appointment details as well which we have specified into our spreadsheet. Basically the name of the person, that is demo patient. Here we have the same phone number, the same email ID, and the same appointment timing and the date. Here you can notice this is the same details. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards, every time you are going to add the new appointment details, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect instantly, because this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data. But for that, you will have to enable one more very important settings, that is send on event. When you will enable this option, that means it will ensure that every time the new data is added, this data should get sent to the Pabbly Connect automatically. Okay, so here you will notice that a tick mark has been added automatically. That means this option is enabled. Now I will come back to Pabbly Connect, and now I want to send an appointment reminder to this particular person on his WhatsApp number before the one day of the appointment. Okay, so currently I have the date of 2nd May, but I want to send the appointment 1 day before this date. Okay, so how I am going to do that? So basically, firstly I am going to fetch out the date of 1 day before. Okay, how I am going to do that? Simply clicking on this plus icon, and then I will search for the date and time formatter feature. Well, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operations within your dates in this automation. Okay, currently I'll go with this add or subtract time. Okay, so I have selected the same. Simply I will click on this connect button and it will be connected immediately, and after that it will ask you to provide the date and the expression. Okay, so here I will be adding which date? Basically this date which I have received from my Google Sheets data. Okay, so let me add the same, that is date, and I don't need to manually copy this data and paste it here because I can access the above data from this drop down. Okay, so let me search for the date. Alright, so I have mapped the date, that is 2023 and 02 and 05. Alright, here you can notice 2023, 02 and 05, and here I will also map the timing. So I just need to give a space, and then I can also map the timing, that is 9 a.m. Okay, so I have mapped the date. Okay, now it is asking for the expression. So firstly you will have to read the instruction, and since I just want the date of 1 day before, so that is why I have added the expression as -1 day, and after that I'll have to provide the to and the from format. So in this to date format I'll go with this YYYYMMDDHHMMSS, and in this from format I'll go with which particular format? Basically this YYMMDDHHMMSS. Here you can even compare that it is the same format. Here you can notice I have this YYYYMMDDHHMMSS, and here we have the same format. Now I'll be clicking on this button save and send test request, and I'm really expecting that 1 day advance date should be received here. And here we have received the date of 2023-02-04. Well, I think there is a confusion because in this particular section I have provided the from format as YYMMDD, but in this case I have this second value is the date, not the month. Okay, so either I'll have to change this from format or I will have to change the format of this date. Okay, so firstly I will check for the format, but whether we have this YYYYDDMM format or not. Well, I don't have this particular format, so what I can do is I can change this format. Okay, so how I'm going to do this change? Okay, so this is the spreadsheet, and in this spreadsheet only I'm going to change the format of my date. Okay, so you will have to search for this custom date and time, and here you will notice that we have various options. Okay, so I will be clicking on this particular date, and here I will make sure that the date should be into the 4 digit, and here as per the format the month value is also right and the date value is also right. So I think I have provided the date incorrectly. Okay, well, the format is absolutely correct. I just need to change this date. Okay, so instead of the 2nd Feb I'll have to correct this date, and it should be 2nd of May, and now I will press enter. Alright, so I have now added the correct date here, and in the appointment timing also instead of 9 I think it should be added as 09, leading with 0. Okay, well, it is not taking that format, so I can change very easily this format. Okay, simply search for the format, number, and then custom date and time, and here instead of adding this date durations, basically the date formats, I will add hours, and again it should be leading with 0. Basically it should be in 2 digit. Then I will add a colon, and here I will add the minute, and again it should be leading with 0, and lastly I will add a colon, and here I will again add the seconds, and it should also be leading with 0. Clicking on apply, and I think now I have the current date and timing. Now in order to capture this updated data inside Pabbly Connect, I'll have to click on this recapture webhook response button once again, and then click on yes, and then you can notice that Pabbly Connect will start waiting for the webhook response. So I just need to copy this webhook URL once again in order to make sure that the correct URL has been updated here. Okay, opening this initial setup once again, and then I will be pasting the same webhook URL once again. Alright, so I have added the URL and clicking on this send test button, and you will notice that the updated data will get sent here. Okay, so let us come back to Pabbly Connect dashboard and check whether we have received the updated date and time or not. And yes, we have the updated date. Now I don't need to manually replace this date and time. Simply click on this refresh button and you will notice that these dates and time, basically these values, will be replaced automatically. Alright, so the automation has been refreshed. Let me check. And here you can see we have this YYYY MMDD and HHMMSS, that too in the 2 digits. Okay, expression will be the same, that is -1 day. To format will be the same, that is YYYY MMDD HHMMSS. Now why I am specifically selecting this format, I will tell you this later, but make sure that you go with this particular format only, and the from format will also be the same. I'll be clicking on the save and send test request button once again, and this time I'm really expecting the correct date. And here you can see we have received 1st May data. Okay, so we have now the date of 1 day prior to the appointment, and I want that the reminder should be sent on this specific date and time. Okay, so how I am going to send the reminder on this specific date? Basically, I will delay this automation until this date. Okay, so how I can do that? I will be clicking on this plus icon, and here I will search for the delay function. Well, delay is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect. Alright, so let me search for the same, that is delay, and here we will specify that this automation should be delayed until this specific date, and when this date will arrive, the message should get sent, or you can say the appointment should get sent. How much delay you want to put in workflow? Okay, so I will go with this delay until, and in this delay date I will map which date? Basically the date which we have just received after subtracting 1 day from the actual date. Okay, so let me map the same. And now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again? So let me tell you, whatever the details we will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. I repeat that these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in next time. And here you can notice the format has been specified clearly. That is why I have collected this date and time into this specific format, because I knew that delay will ask me the same format. And here you can notice that this automation has been delayed until this specific date. Now when this date will arrive, what should be the next step? So basically it should send the appointment reminder on the WhatsApp number of the patient. Okay, in this case I am sending the appointment reminders to the patient, so that is why I am saying patient here. Okay, but you can send these appointment reminders to any person, to any customer, to any lead. Alright, in the action event I will be selecting this send WhatsApp template message. Now just like we have built the connection in Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, this time I will connect Interakt and Pabbly Connect, and for the connection it is asking for the secret key. Okay, so you will have to visit this particular documentation, this particular link, and then I am going to copy this token. Alright, so I have copied the same. Let me paste the same, clicking on save, and this is how Interakt and Pabbly Connect will be connected successfully. And here you can see it is asking for the country code, the phone number, the full phone number, and several other details. Okay, so as I have told you, we are going to send the WhatsApp messages using Interakt application, and now you must be thinking that why it is asking the phone number at 2 different places. Why it is asking the same question twice? Okay, so you'll have to read these instructions. It is mandatory to give a value for either full phone number or for both phone number or country code. Okay, so basically it completely depends on the phone number you have. Okay, so currently I have the full phone number. Basically I have the number along with the country code, so that is why I will be adding this particular number in which field? Basically in this full phone number field. Okay, let me show you. This is the full phone number field. Just in case if I had only the phone number, in that case I will be providing, I had to provide the phone number in this field, and then I'll have to specify the country code separately. Okay, so let me first map the phone number that was 98888, and again I will replace this number with the genuine one when I will finally send the WhatsApp message. Okay, now it is asking for the template code. Okay, so, alright, so let me first take you to the Interakt application. Alright, so this is the application. So once you will create your account in Interakt application or in any application which has the access of official WhatsApp API, the very first thing you'll have to do is to create a message template for sending the WhatsApp messages to your customers or to your clients. Okay, once the template is created, you will also have to submit it for the approval to the parent company of WhatsApp, that is Facebook, and then Facebook is going to approve your template. Okay, once your template is approved, then only you are able to send the WhatsApp messages to your customers, to your client. And here you can see whatever the templates are marked with green color, these templates are actually the approved one, and whatever the templates are marked with red color, okay, let me show you, these templates are actually the rejected one, and the templates marked with the orange color are actually the pending one. Okay, for sending the appointment reminders, I have created this message template, that is appointment reminder one day before, and this is already approved. I have got the approval, I'm sorry for that, already. Okay, and here you can see this is the name of this message template, and here I have added the header, that is appointment reminder. Okay, well, header is completely optional, and if you want, in place of text, you can also add the image, the video, and the content. Okay, currently I am going with the text only, and from this particular section you can compose your message. Okay, whatever the message you would like to send to your customers. Okay, and here you need to create your message just once, and the same message will get sent to all the customers, only the details will be replaced automatically. Okay, so whatever the details I have added with the curly braces and in the form of number, these values are called as variables, and these variables will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. So whatever the values I want to keep on changing automatically, I have specifically add those values in the form of variable. Okay, so this is the message hello, and here the name of the patient will appear. There is an appointment schedule with here I will add the doctor's name and the date and the time, and here I will add the clinic name. Okay, and if you want, you can also attach the footer and buttons along with your message, but this was optional, so currently I have not included any. And make sure you always provide the sample content before you submit your message template for the approval. Okay, now what is the sample content? Okay, so basically you are telling the system that what values will come in place of these variable. Basically this is just a dummy content, a sample content. Okay, so this is the template, this is how you can create the template. Okay, and currently I am into the view mode, but when you will edit this template, when you are into the edit mode, you will notice more editing option along with this body text. Okay, so now I am going to copy the code of this particular template from the URL. Make sure that you do not include the starting and the ending slash, and then I will be pasting the same, asking for the language code. Okay, so for English the code will be EN, and for the English US the code will be this EN and US. Okay, so in this template, in my template, I have added this English as the language, so I will go with the EN. Okay, asking for the header value, so how about I directly copy this text, that is appointment reminder, and paste the same here. And here comes the most interesting part, that is body variable values. So here we will specify that what values will come in place of this variable. Okay, so firstly I will provide the value to the first number variable. So here the name of the person will appear. Okay, so I just need to click on this particular field and I can find the above data here in the drop down. Let me search for the name of the person. Now for providing the value to the second variable, simply add 1 comma, and this is how I can map the second value. Okay, so here the name of the doctor will appear, so how about I write something like Dr. Gupta. Okay, this is going to be the value for the second variable, and once I will add the value. Okay, so this is the value which I am providing manually. So let me first paste the same in this specific field. You do not have to search for this value in this search bar. Okay, now I will again add the comma and provide the value for the third variable to the third variable. Okay, so here comes the date and time. So let me map the date and time of the appointment. That is, appointment date is this, and again I will add a comma, and lastly I will add the appointment timing. Okay, and lastly, in place of the fifth variable, the name of the clinic will appear. So how about I write something like ABC clinic. Okay, so I think I have provided the values to all 5 variables, asking for the position of button and the value of dynamic URL. Well, I have not included any button and any URL, so I'm going to leave these 2 fields blank. But before that, let me first replace this number with the genuine WhatsApp number, that too into this particular format, that too in this particular format. Okay, and then I am going to click on this final save and send test request button. Alright, so I have provided the genuine WhatsApp number. Clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will notice that a new message will arrive, and here you can notice the message is already arrived. Let me delete that previous message so that you won't get confused. Okay, so I have deleted the same, and here you can notice the response is received, and this response was positive, and this is the message: appointment reminder, hello demo patient, there's an appointment schedule with Dr. Gupta for this particular date and time. Please arrive 15 minutes prior to the appointment. Thanks, ABC Clinic. Okay, so this is how now onwards the messages will get sent automatically. Basically, the appointment reminders will get sent automatically using this Interakt application. And in this case, I have added all my data. I have collected all the details of the appointment into the spreadsheet. Okay, so what will happen, every time you are going to collect the details of the new appointment, an appointment reminder will be scheduled automatically 1 day before the actual date of the appointment automatically. Okay, you do not have to do anything manually. Simply set this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once, and after that you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this automation into my description box. You just need to click on this link, sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this particular automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
Hello everyone, in this video we will learn how to auto-generate WordPress posts using OpenAI. If you want to create WordPress post with unique content every time, so you can go for this automation. In this automation that we will be creating using Pabbly Connect, you can take the titles from Google Sheet, generate the content using OpenAI, and then directly post that content to WordPress as a post. So in this automation, our trigger will be adding new row in Google Sheet. Our first action step will be to generate content using OpenAI, and our last action step will be to create a post in WordPress. Let us learn how to do that.
So in this video, we will learn how can you generate new and unique content every time for your WordPress post using the topics that you have written over here in your Google Sheet and post it directly to WordPress using OpenAI. So we will be creating this automation with the help of Pabbly. Let us quickly sign in into our account so that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. We are going to use Pabbly Connect to create the automation. Click on Access Now, and then we will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you will see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Create WordPress Post with OpenAI using titles from Google Sheet. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you. In this workflow, you will see a trigger and an action window. Now, before we proceed with the workflow, make sure that you have prepared a Google Sheet where you will be writing the topic and the prompt of what you want to do with the title. With that, you want to command the OpenAI, your WordPress account, where we can check the newly created article, essay, or any piece of writing, the generated content, and OpenAI, so it makes it easier for Pabbly Connect to connect. Now let us understand the functioning of trigger and action. Trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So the trigger application is going to be the one where the first event will take place. That is, entering the information, the title and the prompt in your Google Sheet. So our trigger will be Google Sheet, which will trigger OpenAI to generate content using that command and title. And then our another action application will come into action, that is WordPress, where the new post will be created. So let us quickly choose our trigger application as Google Sheets. And the event in Google Sheet will be the new or updated spreadsheet row, which means that either the already existing row is updated or a new row is updated over here. For example, I'm going to write over here, happiness is the title and prompt is an essay on. Okay, this is the prompt. So I've done this. I've given the title and the prompt also. Now Pabbly Connect provides us with a webhook URL that you are going to use to connect your trigger application and your Pabbly Connect in such a way that this entered information is fetched in this workflow as a response. So let us learn how to use Pabbly Connect webhook URL. First of all, go to extensions in your menu bar and then go to add-ons, get add-ons, and over here you will search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. That is the name of the add-on that you will be using. Type over here Pabbly Connect webhooks. And this one is the one that you need to install. Like I have already installed it. So once you're done with the installation, close this and then it will appear in your extensions menu itself. Come here to Pabbly Connect webhooks, initial setup, and here you will enter the webhook URL. So let us quickly copy it from here. And now you're supposed to enter the webhook URL in this section, and the trigger column is B, which is the last updated column, which means that whenever this webhook URL will fetch information from this Google Sheet, it will cover the information coming till which column? Column number B. So let us enter over here column B, submit the details, which is done successfully, and then you send a test request. And that is actually sending this data to your response, which will arrive right here. And here it is. See, happiness is the title and the name of the spreadsheet, the sheet name, and the prompt also is here. So now we are going to use this information to generate content using OpenAI. Choose your action application as OpenAI, and the event will be to generate content. See, the action event is ChatGPT, advanced content, image, and so many things are there that you can do using OpenAI. We are now going to create content. So click on connect, add new connection, and now you need a token to connect your OpenAI with your Pabbly Connect. So what you're going to do is for the token is go to this OpenAI API keys page, log in with your account. It's already here logged in. Click on create new key, and now I'm going to write the name of the key as WordPress post. Okay, create a secret key, and here I will copy. Come down here back and paste it and save. Now this is done. Connection is established and the select AI model, prompt, max token and sampling type, all these things are given over here. Now you need to understand that first you will go back over here and come to playground. This is where you can manually create content using OpenAI without giving any title. You just type over here and it will give you the content right here in this playground. Alright, so here in the right side panel you will see there are so many options that you can set or format your text with. And these are the settings that you will be needing over here in your Pabbly Connect as well. Now, first of all, select AI model is the model that you want to use to generate content. These are all the AI engines provided by OpenAI to you. We are going to use text DaVinci 003, that is the most used one. And in the prompt section, you will give the command to OpenAI that what content you need to be generated. So here we will choose essay on, give a space and write happiness. So this is the complete command as essay on happiness. Now it will generate an essay and the title will be happiness. We come to max tokens. Tokens you can take as number of words for that specific writing piece that you want. So tokens are that you are having considerable amount of tokens in your OpenAI account, and OpenAI actually takes that number of token from your already existing token to create content. Over here you can see that you can enter the maximum number of tokens over here. The maximum limit is 2048, and if you leave this empty because it's not a required field, then the default value is set to 256. So let's say we are going it for 300. So our essay will be for 300 words. Sampling type are two, nucleus sampling and temperature sampling. We are going to set it to temperature sampling only. Now sampling value, presence penalty, all these things are not required. You can set these if you want to, and for that you can learn it from here in your OpenAI application page. And then if you even leave this empty, then they have their own default value. So no need to worry about. A generalized value will be set. Once you do all the important settings, click on save and send test request, and then your content will be generated. And here we have the response. So the response is having first of all the created ID over here in the first place. What is the object? It says text completion. We have the complete essay over here. Okay, and it goes down, you can scroll it down. 300 word essay is here. So this essay is supposed to be posted to your WordPress. See, tokens taken this and the total tokens is 304. Alright, so all this is done. Close this window and now we will add our last action step, that is going to be WordPress, the destination where this content that is newly generated by us will be posted. So type WordPress as your action application and choose the event as create a post. Click on connect. Add new connection and then you will need the username, password and the base URL of your WordPress account. So you have to enter your credentials over here. This is my username and password I will enter and this is my password. The base URL is actually the URL of your WordPress account. You just have to copy that URL till WP3 and do not include admin or login if it consists any one of them. So when you come here to your WordPress account, start copying it from HTTPS. Go to WP3, exclude the last slash, copy this and we are leaving this admin part that we have and paste it right here. Alright, this is the base URL that you should enter. Click on save and it will be connected. Since the accounts are connected, so now OpenAI generated content can be sent to WordPress to create a post by Pabbly Connect. Now they are connected, select the post type. The post title will be taken from Google Sheets, that is happiness. Alright, content can be mapped from OpenAI over here like this. And slug, excerpt, publish, that yes, you want to publish, you don't want to keep it for draft. Any other information that is not required can be left empty because they are having their own default values. And if they are required, then make sure that you fill them, otherwise the workflow won't run. Now featured media ID over here. So there is no media ID that you are going to enter. So switch to map and leave it blank. So we won't be having any picture along with our essay. The format is going to be standard only. And you can once change the author ID that I'm going to keep it to the username. Alright, now this is done. No password, no date, nothing is there. And since they are not required, no need to worry about them. Just click on save and send test request and it will be created and you will receive the response. And here we have the response, the ID of the generated content, the link that can take you to that specific page where the generated content will be visible, and all of these are here. Alright, which means that our workflow has been a success. You can check for errors. If there was any error, then the response wouldn't have been correct. You go to your WordPress account, refresh it once, and here you will see happiness. The topmost title, the newly created one, the author, this is the author we set to. Alright, and if you open it, then you can see the content is the same that we generated using OpenAI. This is the one, a 300-word article. So, took the title from Google Sheet along with the prompt, generated the content using OpenAI, and then created a post. This was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
In this video, I will show you how you can automatically schedule your post on Instagram directly from the Google Sheets. Now, where this automation is useful. So assume that you are going on a vacation where you cannot use social media. In that case, you can line up all your posts into the spreadsheet along with the media URL, and you can also specify the date of the post. And on your behalf, in your absence, our automation will automatically share these posts on the specific date on Instagram automatically. Yes, it is possible. And the second benefit of this automation is that, let's say you want that your team members should handle all your social media sharing, but at the same time you do not want to share the access of your Instagram profile with them. In that case, you can ask them to schedule all the posts into this spreadsheet, and again things will be posted automatically directly from this Google Sheet on Instagram. Now you must be thinking that how this automation is possible. So basically, I'll have to build a connection in this spreadsheet and Instagram, and I'm going to connect these two with the Pabbly Connect. It is an integration and automation software, and here you can see I am already logged in this software. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button firstly, that is create workflow, and firstly provide a random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I have provided the name as, basically I have pasted the name as schedule post in Instagram from Google Sheets. Now simply click on create and then you will notice two boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever this happens then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. So this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation, and according to our use case, whenever any new data is added in Google Sheets application, then automatically share that post in Instagram application. Okay, but in this particular case, instead of selecting Google Sheets here, I'm going to select the feature of Pabbly Connect, that is schedule, because I want that the whole automations should be scheduled automatically. Okay, so as the first step I have selected this schedule, and here you can see it is asking that how often you want to run your workflow. So I want that this automation should execute, should run on the daily basis, and on that specific date the post should be shared automatically. So that is why here I will be selecting this every day, and here you will have to specify the timing as well. Okay, so how about I select the timing as 9 a.m. or I can say 10 a.m. in the morning. Alright, so I have selected 10 a.m. in the morning. This is the timing. Now I will click on the save button and you will see how this automation will be scheduled for every day, that is on for this specific time. Now every day on this particular time, what should happen? What should be the next step this automation should perform? So basically, firstly it should check that what is the today's date, and based on that date it should check that what posts are actually scheduled for this specific date. Okay, so how I am going to first fetch the today's date. So again I will select the date and time formatter, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can perform various kind of operations within your workflow. Okay, in this case I will select this current date, because firstly I would like to fetch the current date, basically today's date, and here I'll have to specify the format. So I will be specifying the format in this way only, so that I can match it, so that when I will search for this current date in this spreadsheet it will be easier to match it. Okay, so this particular date is actually in the format of DDMMYY, so let us select the same format, that is DDMMYY. Okay, I do not want to include any time into this response, so I will keep it as false only. Simply click on this button save and send test request, and you will notice that it will automatically give you the current date. If I will show you here, you can see it is actually 2nd May only, and it has provided me the date of 2nd May only. Now I'm going to search this specific date into this spreadsheet. Okay, and here you can see there are total 3 posts has been scheduled for this specific date. So when I will search for this date, you will see Pabbly Connect will fetch out these 3 posts. Okay, so how I can do that? Click on this plus icon first, and then you will have to search for the Google Sheets application, and from this spreadsheet I am going to look for a specific value. Okay, so that is why I will be searching for this lookup spreadsheet row action. Okay, and here what value I am going to looking for? So basically I am going to looking for this current date, that is of 2nd May. Okay, simply click on connect, then click on add a new connection, and then you will have to provide the access of your Google Sheets account. Alright, well I have already provided this access earlier, so I will go with the existing connection. If you want, you can also go with the existing connection, but in the first time you will always have to go with the new connection only, and you will have to provide the access of your sheet. And here you can see my sheet is connected, and whatever the spreadsheets I have created inside my Google Sheets have started visible here. But this time, in this case, I will select the schedule post for Instagram. So basically here I am specifying that the lookup should be done into this specific spreadsheet. I'm sorry for that, into this specific spreadsheet, that is schedule post for Instagram. Now it is asking to select the sheet, and here you can see I have a single sheet only. which has got selected automatically. Now it is asking that in which particular column you would like to look up for the value. Okay, so here I would like to look up for the A column. Basically I'm going to search for the date in A column, so that is why I will add A here manually. Now it is asking for the lookup value, so here I would like to search for the current date, which I have already captured into my previous step. Well, I don't need to manually copy this date and paste it here. I'm going to map this date. Okay, so mapping is very simple. Simply click on this particular field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Now open that drop down and here I have mapped my date. Now what is the importance of mapping? So whatever the details we will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so when this automation will work in the next time, what will happen? The new date will be fetched out from this current date feature and this new date will be replaced here automatically, and this is how that new date will be searched in this particular column. Alright, so this is how this automation is going to take place with the help of mapping, and at the same time mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Now I want the data of header also, so that is why I will keep it as true only, and I am clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will notice that Pabbly Connect will instantly give me the details of all the posts which are actually mentioned on the 2nd of May. Okay, so let me show you the details here. So here we have the first post, that is 50% discount on burgers. Here we have the date and here we have the media URL. Let me even show you that. This is the date, 50% discount on burgers, and here we have the image. If I will show you the image, okay, so this is the image of the burger. Okay, and if I will show you this link from here, basically from the Pabbly Connect dashboard, you will notice that it is the same image. Now let me show you the data of the second post, that is book your dream home now, and here we have the same image, basically the different image. Okay, so this is the post, second number post, that is book your dream now, and here we have the image URL, and the third post which is actually scheduled for the 2nd May, that is punctuality is the thief of time, and here we have the same details. Okay, so this is how we can say that the connection in between our Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Now in order to execute this automation in real time, I cannot actually post this data all together. Basically I want that this data should come in a queue. Basically it should come one by one, but currently I have the data all together. Currently I have the data of 3 posts in total, but I want that the data of 1 post should be arrived. So how I am going to do that? Okay, so firstly you will have to capture the same response into the advanced format. How you can do that? Simply disable this toggle button. This is how you can enable the advanced response. Okay, and now click on this button save and send test request, and you will notice that the same response firstly will be received into the array format. Here you can see I have the data into the array format and it is the same data. You will notice that here we have the date, here we have the text, basically the caption, and here we have the image URL, and after that curly brace you will notice that the data of the second caption, basically the second post, and after this third curly braces you will notice the data of the third post. Okay, so we have captured the data into the array format, and now I can easily make this data execute one by one with the help of iterator feature. Okay, so simply click on this plus icon and search for the iterator feature. Well, again, iterator is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can execute your data one at a time. Asking to select the array, well, here you can see from this drop down it has automatically taken that array, basically this response result. This response result is the same result. Okay, this is the array which has mapped automatically. Now I'll be be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will notice that it will provide me the data of single post at a time. And this is how this automation is going to take place. Basically, one at a time I will receive the data, and this is how the post will be shared automatically. Now moving further, the last step of this automation is that I am going to schedule. Basically, I am going to post this data on Instagram. So that is why I will be selecting Instagram here. Okay, make sure that you select this Instagram for business inside Pabbly Connect's dashboard. And in this action event, I will select this publish a photo. Okay, simply click on connect, and just like we have built the connection in Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, now I am going to build this connection in Instagram and Pabbly Connect. And again, you will have to provide the access of your Instagram account, basically the Facebook account. Well, I am already logged in into my different tabs, so that is why instead of asking me the access, it has taken automatically the access. And here you can see my Instagram account is connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is showing me the account, the same account, that is the account of Joe. Okay, it is the same account of Joe. Here you can see. And coming back to Pabbly Connect's dashboard, and now it is asking that what will be the photo URL and what will be the caption which I would like to post on Instagram. And here you will have to read these instructions that when you will provide the photo URL, it has to be either of JPG, GIF, PNG, ICO or BMP. And here you can also read that the maximum image size should be 8 MB only. Okay, now from where I'm going to provide this photo URL and caption. So remember, we have just captured this data into our previous response. Okay, here you can see, firstly we have captured the same data into the array format, and then we have processed this data one at a time. So basically, I am going to map this data here, and as I have told you, mapping is very simple. Simply click on this particular field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Okay, I will be mapping the photo URL from this last step, basically from this iterator step. Okay, so where is the image URL? Alright, so this is the media URL which I have mapped, and here you can notice it is actually into the BNG format only. Now it is asking for the caption, so again I will be mapping the caption from the above data only, that is 50% discount on burgers. Now I will click on this button save and send test request, and I am really expecting this data, this post to be shared automatically on Instagram. And here you can see it is saying that the aspect ratio is not supported. Okay, so I think there is an issue in my image, so I'll have to change it. So what if I change this URL at the moment so that I can at least show you how things can be shared. Okay, so what if I copy this image URL here manually? Okay, and then we will see whether our Instagram, our Pabbly Connect is actually posting the post automatically on Instagram or not. Okay, so I am clicking on this button once again, and let us wait, fingers crossed, whether the post is getting scheduled, getting posted on Instagram or not. And here you can see the response is received, and this time we have received the positive response. So I will go back to my Instagram profile, and then I am going to refresh my Instagram profile, and I'm really expecting that the same image along with the same caption which I have mentioned into my Google spreadsheet should be posted automatically. And here you can see it is done. If I will open this post, here you can see 50% discount on burgers, and here we have the same image. Okay, so this is how now onwards, every time you are going to schedule any data into your spreadsheet along with the specific date, the post caption and the media URL, the things will be posted automatically on Instagram. You do not have to do anything manually. Now you can schedule your post into your spreadsheet in advance, and then you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. Just make sure that you provide the perfect size of the image which is mentioned here. Let me show you this once again. Here it is clearly mentioned that the aspect ratio falls within a 4:5 range, alright, and the image size should not be exceeded to 8 MB. Pabbly. Okay, so if you will follow this guidelines, you will not receive the error just like me. And just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my workflow into the description box. Okay, so you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
Hey there, so we are back again with yet another useful video for you. Here you are going to learn how you can get the analytics of your social media accounts daily and update it in Google Sheets automatically. Guys, here we are integrating Google Sheets with Social Blade application, which is an analytics tool for social media. And this workflow is going to run every day as per your schedule and get the data of analytics real time and update it on Google Sheets automatically. And the whole automation is going to be set up without any coding, just by a few clicks. So without any further ado, let me show you how you can also set up this automation. To set up this workflow, we are using an integration and automation tool known as Pabbly Connect. And this is the landing page of Pabbly. And I'm going to paste the link of this page in the description so that you can sign up for free from here and you will get free automation tasks every month. So sign up right now, and after that sign in and select the Pabbly Connect product. Let me show you. And reach the dashboard. And from here you have to click on this create workflow button. Here you can provide a suitable name to your workflow. So let me give a name here. So here I have given the name. Now you can click on create button and you will see your workflow page loading up like this. Okay, and on this page, guys, you will find the basic building blocks of our automation. These are the trigger and the action. So guys, trigger is going to start the workflow and the action would be an automated response towards the trigger. Here you can see, guys, when you open trigger, it will ask to choose your application. So here you have to choose trigger application first. So in our use case, we want this workflow to run every day and get the stats and update the sheet. So to run it every day, we are using scheduler feature of Pabbly Connect. So with the help of scheduler, you can pre-schedule the running of your workflow on any future time. You can see, guys, when you choose scheduler, it will ask how often you want to run your workflow. So here we have regular intervals option, once option, everyday option, days of the week, dates of the month. So I'm selecting every day. You can change it as per your requirement. Here you can select a time as well on which you want to run this workflow. So let's say I'm selecting 9 a.m. Okay, and this time is according to my account's time zone. You can select yours and click on save. And you can see, guys, the workflow is scheduled to run at this date and this time every day. Right, guys, and after that, what we want here, let me show you the spreadsheet I want to update. Here you can see, guys, in this spreadsheet, I have added the platforms name which I am using, the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And here I have added the handle names of the social media accounts. And here is the column which I want to update regularly, the followers count / the engagement column. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this spreadsheet in this action step here. And first of all, I'm going to fetch the rows in which we have the handle names, and then we are going to use these names in Social Blade to fetch the analytics. Okay, so guys, here in the action steps, search for Google Sheets, select it. Then select the action event as get rows. Okay, get rows, then click on connect button. From here, select add new connection and then click on sign in with Google. From here, you have to select the Google account by which you have created the spreadsheet, log in there. Then you have to provide some additional access to your Google account. So just click on continue from here. That is completely safe and you will be connected with your spreadsheet. Okay. And here you can see, guys, it is asking for selecting your spreadsheet's name from the given list. Here it will show you the list of all your sheets. And here you can see the name of my spreadsheet is social media stats. So I'm going to select it here. And the sheet name is auto populated here because I have only one sheet named as sheet 1. Okay, and here it is asking the range from where you want to get the data or get the rows. Okay, so to you can see the example of the range would be like this: A2 colon D5, right? So how to get this range? You just have to come to your spreadsheet, and from the second row where your data is present, start selecting the row and start selecting down and complete the rows. Okay, when you're done selecting the rows in which you have the data, you can see in this name box it is showing A2 colon B4. This means, guys, this is the range. This means we have the data starting from column A, row 2, and it is ending at column B, row number 4. Okay, so you can just copy this range and paste it here. Okay, now guys, by clicking on save and send test request button, you can get the data of the rows in the response. But before this, you need to toggle this simple response button to off. Why? To get the data in array format, in advanced format. Why we are doing this? I'll tell you, because we are going to use the array format data in the next step. Just click here on save and send test request. And here you can see, guys, we have received this response result array in which we have the data like this. Okay, now guys, just click here on this plus icon, and here I'm going to use iterator feature of Pabbly Connect. So what iterator will do, iterator is going to iterate this array in one by one or row by row form. So iterator is going to make this workflow run for each and every row one by one. So first it is going to see the data of the first row, fetch the statistics of the first platform, then for second, then for third, and so on. Okay, that's why use iterator here, and then it will ask to choose the array that you want to iterate. So here we have this array in this response result label. You can just select it from here only. Just click here and the previous step will appear like this. From here, map the response result array, then click on save and send test request button, and here you can see started showing the data of the first row, showing the platform name Facebook, the handle name Pabbly, and the row index. That means the number of row from where the data is coming. Here you can see Facebook, Pabbly. This is the data we have in the first row. Okay, and it is appearing here. So this is how it is going to work for the first row, then for second, and so on. Now guys, after getting this data, we want to send this data to Social Blade to get the analytics. So just click here on this plus icon, and in this action step I'm going to connect with Social Blade. Okay, so this is an analytics tool for content creators, and here the action event would be get statistics. Okay, then click on connect button. From here select add new connection. Here it will ask for the client ID of your Social Blade account and the access token. So guys, this is my Social Blade account. So guys, here you can see on the top bar it is showing business API. So click on business API, and here you will find the client ID. You can just copy it and paste it here like this. Okay, and for the access token, just click on this link and open it in a new tab, and from the settings page, here is the current token that you want. Just copy this token and paste this token here in this access token field, then click on save, and you can see we are connected with Social Blade. Now it is asking for the platform's name, so we are going to map this data from the previous step from the iterator. Okay, right, for that guys, just toggle this map button to on, then erase this field, and from the iterator step map the platform name. Okay, then it will ask for the query or the account name. So for this also we are going to use the iterator step and map the handle name here in the query field. Now when you click on save and send test request button, Social Blade is going to show you the real-time data of your Facebook's handle, okay, or the page that you have. So I'm clicking on save and send test request. Okay guys, so we have received a response like this, but before showing you the data, let me just tell you that when you map the platform's name, you must ensure that the platform's name coming from the Google Sheet must be in the small letters. You can see, because let me show you, when we toggle this map button to on like this, it will show you the help text written here. And here you can see it is showing the YouTube with the small y, and all the letters are small. Okay, so make sure that you add the details of here of the platform names also in the small letters, then it will be fetched here in the small letters and it will work for you, otherwise it will show you some error. Okay, now guys, let me show you the data we have received, and here you can see we have received the response, and here it is showing the username, the display name of the page, and the banner image, the avatar image. The total number of likes is 825, total people talking about is 0, and here the daily data is also here. Daily likes is 825, daily people talking about is 910, and this is the date of the data. Okay, so this is how you can fetch this statistics or analytics from Social Blade. Now it is time to update the same in the spreadsheet again here in this C column. For that to happen, we are going to add one more action step, and we are going to connect with Google Sheets again. Okay, select Google Sheets, then select the action event as update cell value. Okay, update cell value, then click on connect button. From here, now we are going to use the existing saved connections that I have. For that, just keep this existing connection option selected and click on save one more time, and you will be connected again. Okay, no need to sign in again for making the connection because we have already connected previously in Google Sheets. Okay, here it is asking for the spreadsheet's name again. Select the sheet's name. Okay, then it will ask for the range. So this time the range would be this cell's range. Okay, and here you can see this cell's range is C2. Okay, so to put the range here in this field dynamically, so that every time this workflow execute, right cell will be updated, you just have to put here capital C, and the row value will be mapped from this last iterator step. Here in the iterator, you can see we have received the row index. Just map it here, so it will be updated every time this workflow is going to execute, and it will become C3, C4, C5, etc. And the right cells will be updated. And what value we want to update? We want to update the stats coming from Social Blade. So from Social Blade for Facebook, I'm just going to map the total likes. Okay, currently we don't have followers. This is the demo page I have created, so it is not showing the followers data. If you got the followers data, you can map that also. Okay, I have mapped total likes. Now let's check the connection with our spreadsheet. Here you can see this cell is now empty. Here I'm clicking on save and send test request button, and this test data will be sent to the cell. Okay, this is the response we got. Let's check the spreadsheet now, and here you can see guys, we have received the data right here. So this is how it is going to work guys. So we are done setting up this automation, and you have to set up it only once. After that, it will work automatically on daily basis at this time, and it is going to fetch the analytics from Social Blade and update your spreadsheet. All the platforms will be updated one by one automatically. And guys, I'm going to paste the link of this workflow as well in the description, so that you can clone this workflow in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation instantly. Guys, thank you so much for watching our video, and please let us know how our automation ideas are helping you in the comment section. And if you have any queries related to this application, please ask your queries from this forum link, and do check the pricing of this application from this link. And guys, we are open to ideas. If you want us that we should make videos on other aspects of your business, please do let us know in the comment section. And if you like our work, please subscribe to our channel.